We paraphrase all the time. When you read a book, article, or watch a movie and tell your friends about it, you are paraphrasing. When you tell your colleague about a conversation you had with your boss, or when you write down the main points of a lecture, you are paraphrasing. You are not repeating the original conversation word for word. You are describing the main idea of the conversation using your own words. When writing, we may do it by changing words. By combining sentences or modifying sentence structure, we take an original idea and write it to express the same meaning, but with different words or in a different way. Let's take a look at some of the methods you can use. The first one is using synonyms. Synonyms are words or phrases that have exactly the same meaning. Let's use some synonyms to change the form, but not the meaning of this passage. Some people feel patriotism causes too many problems. Others say it is good for society. The first word we'll change is people. A good synonym would be members of society. The next word we will look at is feel. A good fit for that is believe. We can also modify causes by interchanging it with creates. Next on the list is the phrase too many problems. A good substitute for that would be more problems than benefits. Another simple modification would be to substitute suggest for say. Finally, we can look at the phrase good for society. Helps the community would be appropriate here. So at the end of that process, you can see we have changed most of that passage. It's a terrific paraphrase because the meaning has remained exactly the same. And this is the point. Your choice of synonyms must be exact. If it's not, you could be changing the meaning of the whole sentence. If you are unsure, do not change it. Now, let's look at method 2. Combine sentences and or change clause order. If we go back to the original two sentences and combine them with whilst, you get this. Some people feel patriotism causes too many problems, whilst others say it is good for society. The next step could be to change the order of the clauses. This is just swapping the order of the information so that it reads like this. Whilst others say it is good for society, some people feel patriotism causes too many problems. This method on its own is not enough to produce an acceptable paraphrase. But if it is combined with another technique, it can become really powerful. So that brings us to method 3, which combines the two previous steps. First, we use our synonyms to create the sentences from method 1. Then we combine the sentences and change the clause order to produce this. Now that's a perfect paraphrase. Compare our original. Some people feel patriotism causes too many problems. Others say it is good for society, with our final paraphrase, whilst others suggest it helps the community. Some members of society believe patriotism creates more problems than benefits. Our rewrite has so much style and flair, it is sure to impress.